Hi everyone, I thought I would record a video today because I have had a request from a few members in the group asking about fractions because their child or somebody that they know who's working towards passing their GCSE maths is struggling with fractions, and they wondered if I could help on a few question types. So one thing that I think students always tend to struggle with fractions is fractions of amounts. So that's what we're going to look at today. We are going to look at fractions of an amount. When I'm introducing fractions of amounts with a student, I tend to always start by using the bar model. And bar models are really helpful when looking at fraction of amounts questions because it helps to break it up into smaller steps. So with this question here, we're going to be calculating 2/5 of £20. So I've got my bar model here, and I'm going to say that it represents £20. And I've cut it up into 5 sections. That's because we are looking at fifths of an amount, okay? So I've cut it up into 5/5. So each of these sections are the same amount of value. They have the same value. They are all fifths. To work out what one of those fifths is, we need to take our whole amount, which is £20, and divide it by 5, because there are 5 equal sections that we are chopping it up into, and that is £4. So now I know that each of these sections here, each fifth of £20 is equal to £4. But we didn't want to know 1/5, did we? Our question was asking us about 2/5 of an amount. So to calculate 2/5, we need to take that 1/5, that £4, and multiply it by 2. So £4 multiplied by 2 is £8. And there we go. That is using the bar model to work out a fraction of an amount. We're now going to apply that learnt skill to looking at a real GCSE maths question. So this is from a real past paper, and it's using the fractions of amount skills. So we've got Holly, and she's thinking of a number. 3/4 of Holly's number is 39. Work out the number that Holly is thinking of. So it's a bit backwards to the question we were doing just now, but I'm going to start exactly the same, and I'm going to start with my bar. So if students are ever unsure how to start off a fractions of an amount question, or any fraction question really, I always say draw what they're showing, and then we can go from there. So we don't know the whole amount of the bar, so I'm just going to put a question mark above it. That's what we're going to be trying to calculate. But what we do know that 3/4 of the amount is 39. So I can cut up my bar into quarters, so 4 sections. And I'm going to quickly shade in 3 of those sections, because 3/4 of Holly's number is 39. So those 3 sections there, we know add up to 39. Now we've got the information drawn, it's much easier for students to understand what is going on and what the question's asking. It's really quick to draw those sketches as well. They don't need to be neat and tidy, just a quick sketch at the side of the page. Okay, so now we know what 3/4 is, we are going to calculate what 1/4 is. And to do that, I'm going to start with the 39 and divide it by 3. And that's going to help us with what one of these sections is. 39 divided by 3 is 13. And if you don't know that by using your mental methods, that's fine. You can do a little bus stop at the side of the page to show your workings. So then we now know each of these sections are 13. And the 4th section must also be 13, because they're all equal when we're working with quarters or fractions. All the parts are going to be equal. So now we can move on to working out Holly's number, so the number she is thinking of. There's 2 ways to do this. You could either take your 13 and you can times it by 4, or you could start with the 39, which we've got shaded there, and then just add on 1 more 13. Either way, you're going to get the answer. It doesn't matter which method you choose. as long as you work it out accurately. And you could actually do both and check that you get the same answer each time. I'm going to do 13 times 4, so I'm going to find some space up here. 13 multiplied by 4. 4 times 3 is 12. 4 times 1 is 4. Add 1 is 52. So there we go. We now know 13 times 4 is 52, and we can check that here. We could even do it mentally if we wanted to. Yeah, that's also 52. So we know that the amount that Holly was thinking of originally is the number 52. Okay, hopefully that's been helpful. So like I said, with fraction of amounts questions, if you're struggling, always start with that bar model, and it helps every time. Okay, let me know if there are any other question types that you'd like me to go through in the group. Send me a quick message or put a post in there, and I'll see what I can do. Okay, thanks everyone. Thanks for watching. See you next time.